participation column.
6 kills per game as jungle, including
And
a Zac
over
game.
double the damage per minute.
There was a
as well.
Zac game there, deflating those stats. You know who's not deflated? Hanwha Life. And they should be smiling. They come into this week 2-0. It is a roster, even a starting 5 we couldn't have expected. Mujin was the most hyped addition to this roster. He's never played for Hanwha Life, even in the Kesper Cup. Tal in the front as also.
Matchups as well.
Was the first time that Griffin actually played on stage, and Hanwha Life almost beat them in the first round. So good note there. Atlas feels like a long while ago, and there was a time we would say that Griffin were more than the sum of their parts. And if you say that now, doesn't it mean something very different than when you talk about Hanwha Life? Because you know what? These parts seem pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
When it comes to take as final pick, it will be the original thought. He just goes for the Sejuani. More of a square draft from Griffin than perhaps the last couple of games where they've been flexing on different picks.
Yeah, wanting to have something a little bit more beefy, and Griffin's composition looks like it's a little more slow-moving than we'd otherwise expect. Chovy, if he is indeed the one playing the Akali, will take a little while to get towards that first item. Spike, the Hextech Gunblade...
This is Griffin. When it comes to the draft, nothing really to separate the two teams.
Yeah, and I don't know whether Chovy will be mixing things up, but guys, here we are. We're into Summoner's Rift for game number 1, Griffin versus Hanwha Life.
Spotted by the Scuttle Vision.
Yep, Lahens does have all of his buttons available. They're going to jump right on top of the Tahm Kenshuu, just gobbles up Sungyoon as quickly as possible. Key does have the Grey Health, pops it at exactly the right time, but is it actually going to be enough? Void Seeker blocked, but it doesn't actually matter as Viper picks up the kill with the last of his mana.
Just about overkill him through the Summoner Heal available.
A pretty decent start to this game so far as Tarzan back down again, flashes in for the Arctic Assault and Key. The Grey Health pop very early, but you are dead once again, and Tarzan going to grab that kill. Bono comes down, but he's too late for the counter gank.
Bit of a bonanza there for Tarzan. Feels like that shouldn't have been pulled off, but they actually switch over just yet. Got it over the course of that fight. Speaking of fights.
Yeah, now it's another fight as Lahens gets the knock up onto Bono, but the Hail of Blades does a lot of damage back. Hanwha Life Esports still here as Key teleported his way forward with that unsealed spellbook that you talk about, and they're continuing to fight. Lahens has to flash away as Tarzan in trouble. First death for the man. That is now a definable KDA of 50.
Here is that full replay. Notice again the deep control ward. Tao walks up. They wait for Xinjiao. Great piece of League of Legends here, and you don't even need to use the flash. They had the vision to just eat over onto the Krug camp, and goodbye Piggy on the side of Griffin.
Going to wait out this Shroud and look to really put the pins into Chovy. There's the Audacious Charge. A lot of damage, but not quite enough. They do not get the flash. Chovy's going to be okay. It's going to come over, but Bono, the timing is the same for both of these junglers. Bono getting in there first as the ultimate immediately popped. And now Sword in a bit of trouble. Permafrost down as the knockup somehow registers onto Tal. He looks for the ultimate, the flash from Tarzan. Is he actually going to be okay though? Corrosive Charge comes in and Tal wants it, doesn't get him with the last auto that looked like it was going to kill.
Ladies and gentlemen, pop your potions, dies in about 15 health.
Yeah.
Either Akali or Sion or Sejuani. It's a very short-range comp on the side of Griffin. And speaking of Griffin, Chovy in danger of his first death.
Yeah, trying to take down Bono here. I think the Hail of Blades now on cooldown. The ultimate's going to be used. Flashes out of the way. As Fear Beyond Death is going to grind up the Akali. And it's all too easy. Sungyoon going to follow up here as well as Tarzan has to flash away, but it's the disdain to get rid of Lahens. He has to use the quickness, flashing away as well. And Hanwha Life Esports have woken up, and Lava even avoiding Sword's ultimate and might be able to kill him right back. Ring of Frost in turret range. And Sword's going to have to rethink that engagement.
Yes. It's possible that Gerald was moved.
Well, I hope so. As Chovy, he's in trouble. Ring of Frost keeps him locked down for a very long time. As Bono looks a bit silly, jumping forward, but it's Lahens that dies first. Sword finds himself in the front line, which is often where a Sion wants to be, but not this time. He's just dead. As Hanwha Life Esports front-to-back team fighting just seems to be working out so well for them.
And after Chovy's caught in position, Lahens taken down. They don't get a Fear Beyond Death. That would have been the worst.
They are going to be able to grab themselves the red buff, still in control here on the side of Hanwha, but that's a big button that Griffin might try and capitalize on. The train walking up the river.
Not spotted by any vision.
Lava looks for it, finds the frozen tomb. First pick, not going to land though, onto Lehens, and that's a lot of buttons now down as here he comes. In goes Sword. They've been split up as Chovy gets into the backline. Ultimate lands nicely from Tarzan, but will they actually have the damage? The reset for Hanwha Life is pretty good. Viper launches into the backline, and now Key's taking the focus. Tal's in trouble. The knock-up is going to land as Tal's taken down, and Griffin. We always ask the question, can they get the miracle team fight as Tarzan uses his whole health bar, and that is somehow the ace. How does Griffin do this?
It's almost a clean ace. It's a 4-for-1 when they were 9,000 gold behind. They turn onto Baron, they hoover it down. That's the inside-out team fight that Griffin were desperate for.
Oh man, and Hanwha Life, so unfortunate, misses a few key buttons, but other teams might let them reset. Griffin says, hell no, we are fighting you right now, and they'll take the Baron.
And it's somehow 2015, 2016 SKT of how do they do it again? Watch the fight here. This is better terrain than Griffin have usually had to fight on. Chovy gets in the backline. This is what we couldn't see Smeb do. Inflict pain onto Songyun. He's out of the fight, not doing damage. No Rangers focus uptime. And then watch the entrance here. Snipes down.
Boom.
Bono, great time from Viper as Chovy can get into the backline. This is Akali and the Kai'Sa played at the highest level. This is Griffin, and they fight back from what seemed like an almost unwinnable scenario.
And the aggro management.
1,000 gold as that team fight started. It is now the better part of 2,000, maybe even less than
Chovy, what the heck was that? Just dives over and steals the red buff, and they just engage. That's Songyun going down. What did you say about wiping out the AD carry? Well, Griffin can do it as well. They will get rid of him, and Lava is going to follow very quickly. And now Bono versus the World. Key wants to get out of their Abyssal Voyage. That one he's not going to be able to do next patch, but they do manage to get him out. Damage has been done, though, and now Griffin are going to start tearing apart the base.
People are losing their minds in the Griffin fan group. They know that was the big pick there. They just make something out of nothing. There's never blood on the hands for Griffin. Apparently, they just wash their hands plenty of times in a team fight. They wash their hands out of a supremely poor early game by their standards, and now they're ahead in goal.
And that was with Hanwha also playing very clean. Their early game was really nicely done, and finally Griffin have got themselves to gold parity. I don't know how they do it as well, Papa. I felt like this was the rebirth of Hanwha Life, but Chovy pops over, steals the red.
He gets the red, but watch the next part of this play. Turns onto Bono, gets the Devour, instantly wordless communication of Tarzan, ulting Songyun. They know the Devour was on cooldown, and Songyun dies in a half second. That's where the talk of wordless communication is actually seen, because that was just ultra Baroness on the map. Feels like Hanwha Life's best hope is to get 1 out of 2.
Yep, 1 second. He's going to be up. Purple Worm is still there.
Griffin can't really afford to give over a free 4-stack Elder. See what the call is. They dissuade themselves off Baron. That was the 50-50 they were being offered. Sion has to come soon. Down to 7,000.
He's going to have to use that ultimate. Does have that one available as the Void Seeker lands onto Songyun. Misses the ultimate from Tarzan as in goes Lehens. Gets the quickness as Viper. Right into the backline. Key's going to be taken out, but Songyun was the first to go down. Stopwatches are not going to be able to stop this onslaught as Lava is picked off. We're looking for the Penta Kill. That's it for Viper.
Penta Kill for Viper. Doesn't need an awesome dude. Does it anyway. Frontlining on Kai'Sa, and Griffin win the game.
That was ridiculous. You can't go for objectives with a 6-item Kai'Sa, especially not in the hands of Griffin. And like you said, they'll walk up the bottom lane. And I doubted them. I'm not going to lie to you, Papa. 9,000 gold is hard to come back from. We haven't seen it so far in 2019. But who's the team that's going to do it? It's going to be Griffin.
Lucky number 13 to start the Kesper Cup. 13 best of ones in a row. This one, the trickiest one. So much credit to Hanwha Life, but in the clutch, Griffin is too good.
Just ridiculous. The Nexus to go down. Hanwha will wonder what the heck went wrong in that mid-game. But they made one small mistake. They missed one arrow, and Griffin came back from a 9,000 gold deficit.
To call it a highway robbery would be do a disservice to how well Hanwha Life played out this early game. It was mistake-free until, like you say, an Ash arrow was just off on that big model of the Sejuani. And then there was still so much work to be done, even after they pulled off the first kills and Baron. They were still behind in gold, but every time from that moment onward, something clicked, that spark fired in the Griffin 5, and from there, no faults to be levied at them.